Week 17, lesson 5. Okay, so let me just start this lesson by saying 99% of the time, after students watch this video, they kind of are mad at me for like a week because they say, why didn't you teach me this the first time? Because it's the shortcut and it's easy and it's fun and there's not a whole lot of notation. And let me just say it's a rite of passage, all right? Every student that ever goes through calculus has to learn the derivative by the long method by definition first. It makes you really appreciate this lesson so much more. Okay, so here's the shortcut. You are going to be given a function that's a polynomial, okay? So this is the shortcut to do derivatives of polynomials. And so it may look something like this. It may have more parts to it, right? If you're looking down here at these examples, each of these has more pieces, but you just take it as piece after piece after piece. So then, if you look at the sort of the definition that you're seeing up there in the box, all you have to do is take this exponent, multiply it out in front, right? If there's a number there, those things will get multiplied together. And then lower that exponent by 1. Okay, so let me see if I can get this to blow up a little bit more. All right, so we're doing this first example. This exponent right here is a 1. So I'm going to take 1, I'm going to multiply it by 3, which gives me 3. I'm going to write down my x, and I'm going to reduce it by 1, which would be 0. All right, for the 5, this is the same thing as 5x to the 0. So if I multiply this exponent by the 5, I just get 0. Okay, so you can feel free to remember that the derivative of a constant is just 0. Also, if I lower this exponent by 1, right, if I'm actually using the rule, this still ends up being 0. Plus over here, x to the 0 just equals 1. So the derivative here is just 3. Okay, so let's scoot this up, switch colors, let's see if I can do a couple more of these. Okay, so for this one, I take the 2, I multiply it by the exponent out in front, which is just 2. I write down my x, and I lower my exponent by 1. Okay, next term, this is an exponent of 1, so I multiply that together. I write down my x, I lower the exponent by 1. And the derivative of this constant is just 0. So cleaning this up, you get 2x plus 3. All right, scooting this up. Let's take the derivative. So take the exponent, multiply it by the constant that's out in front, write down your x, lower the exponent by 1. Okay, on this next term, take that 1, multiply it by the number that's out in front, write down x, lower the exponent by 1. So cleaning this up, again, we get 4x minus 1. All right, and the very last one, I'm going to take the exponent, multiply it by the coefficient, write down my x, lower the exponent by 1. Take the exponent, multiply it by the coefficient, write down x, decrease the exponent by 1. Take the exponent, multiply it by the coefficient, write down x, decrease the exponent by 1. And lastly, take that exponent, multiply it by that coefficient, write down x, and lower the exponent by 1. So if I clean this up, I end up with 28x cubed minus 9x squared minus 4x minus 8. Don't hate me.